Hi y'all. How was everybody's weekend? Good, good, good. We went over to the West Texas Fair and Rodeo, which is, not too far from us. And we went over there and because the crew was going to go to the rodeo, I knew that I was going to be questionable if I could go because my legs are really bothering me. They're very bad shape. So I was like, I decided, no, I think I'm gonna probably go. I'm gonna hang out with everybody and then I'm gonna probably head out. So what I did is we gathered at the fair, ate some food, got the funnel cake, because that's priorities right there. And so they left to go to the rodeo part, and I wanted to check out the building of the fair entries. Um, I wanted to look at the quilts, the crochet, the cross stitch. I wanted to see what was the winners, how they were judging things. And I feel like I might could enter. I really do. There were some beautiful, beautiful items. Beautiful. The quilts section had a huge quilt. It was EPP and English paper piecing and applique. So that was really cute. Really cute. And then in the crochet winner, they're called best of show, I think it's called. Anyway, the blanket that won, I have been asked to do that blanket and by somebody else, and I turned that down. But I'm like, shoot, if that won best in show, I might not have to do that. I'm gonna do something different next year because that's already won. And then the cross stitch wasn't very many pieces, but they were very beautiful, very, very beautiful pieces. Just some true talent, really true talent. My friend said when it was by the quilts, she said, Sunshine, why are you not entering this? She goes, you have a true chance. You have beautiful work. And I said, I might enter next year. I figured if I get started now, I'll have it ready by next year. Because I think you have to have it ready by August. So if I do it now, get it perfect, as perfect as I can get it, and then set it aside, it'll be ready. As long as I don't give it away. So, anyway, I did some stitching, y'all, and I did some other stuff. I only worked on one item, so it won't take long to show. I'm going to try to be quick about it. I know my videos have been really long, and I apologize. Some of y'all like that, and some of y'all are like, just get to the point, lady. I'm trying. So I'm not finding a planner, a cross-stitch planner that I just love. I'm not finding it. It's not happening. So husband was like, well, do you have a digital version that you could try to make your own or whatever? And I was like, I don't know. So I went on to Etsy and I found a seller that had a cross-stitch planner, 53 different pages. So I knew I could pick out the ones I wanted. And look at the cover page. Those that know me know why I love it so much. Look at that. How can I say no to the sunflower? I was going to print what I wanted of it, send it over to Office Depot and have it spiral bound. But then I was like, wait, how would I add more pages? There's no way to do that. So the notebook was the best idea I could come up with. But I picked out just the regular pages or whatever. I'll show you. I printed out like 20 of these bad boys right here. This page. Yeah. But it's such a good, just a good piece. And this sheet I love because It allows me to show what days I worked on stuff, and I think it's going to be really cool looking in the end. But all it is my projects, and then you color them in because it's got the boxes here, and you just color that in. And I love that idea because at the end of the month, a year, or even the month, I want to see how far I've gotten. So, yeah, they have, like I said, this is not even a chunk of the pages. There's so many, like 53 pages to choose from. And I just picked and choose what I wanted and went from there. Now, I decided that I was going to go ahead and start the project I had talked to y'all about. I think y'all can see this in the plastic. The Noah Art Christmas. So I'm doing this piece, part of it. This is a pillow, but that's what I'm doing on one piece of fabric. I wasn't going to buy the tree skirt and do it like this. That's not what I wanted to do. But I got a little bit of a start on it. I didn't get much, but I did get a little bit. I started in the middle and then went all the way up. I guess I could do better in showing you this, huh? So this was the start, and then I just went up, and I'm working on the angel. So it's a big-ish piece of fabric, and there was a lot of colors in this one, like a lot of colors. So when I drew out my bags, I was like, oh my gosh, this is way too many to have to dig through. So what I did is I just went ahead and punched a hole in my baggies, because this is how I organize my floss in the main set. But I went ahead and punched a little hole in it, and then used binder clips to just organize them so that they're in groups of their number. So that way I can go through there and be like, oh, this is group whatever, and get the colors that I need. Otherwise, I was going to be here all day trying to look for colors, and I ain't about that. So, you know, I like doing it this way. But in my master set or whatever, I have them all in these baggies here, and then I put them in a clear shoebox like this, so that they're in order. So easy to do it that way. I am not a bobbin girl. I hate having my floss on bobbins for the simple fact of I don't like the crinkles in that thread. Plus I'm lazy. We've established that one. I'd rather just throw it in a bag and go on about my day. Because in bigger projects, it would take days to do bobbins. I'm not about that. I'm not doing it. Nope. I want to just get to stitching. So, yeah. I am still keeping my crossed out planner. Remember, I found this one at Goodwill, and I just crossed out all the dates and then just put this in there. I'm still keeping this. They have the sheets on that plan, on the piece I just bought. So I may print that out also. I don't know. I don't want to get my binder too full. I just want the pieces that I need. So anyway, yeah. Yep. All right. I'm going to call it good there, because we're going to keep it light today. I've got so much stuff I want to be doing, and I'm going to work on a quilt and other items that I'm trying to work on. I'm working on a cross stitch right now, though. I'm working on my strawberry frog for this week, And I'm working on a crochet blanket that I started. So I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get done, but I'm going to at least try to put some stitching in it, so that a way I can say I did some stitching. Because I've got ideas in my head, and my first idea just came out really good, and I really want to go do another one. So yeah. Yep. So anyway, y'all take care, and I'll talk to you another day. Bye, guys.